access to this stuff.
And I think some people might be surprised when you said, the heroin was cheaper than buying the illegal pain pills.
Yeah, it's cheaper and it's easier to get on the
It's easier to access.
She's not going into, say, Patterson or Newark. She gets it right in town in Morristown or nearby.
It's interesting as well, whether you're talking about addiction to crack cocaine or heroin, many people have always been on the front line of saying you can't just throw people in jail.
Right.
This is about recovery and getting the right programs in front of the right people. And now we're seeing the Obama administration focus in on that rather than just this mass incarceration of people who need help.
Right, absolutely. And I think it's phenomenal that the discussion is turning towards treatment and therefore turning towards recovery, because recovery is possible. There's over 22 million folks in recovery in this country. So it's possible for anyone with the right treatment. And there's a saying, help, not handcuffs. This is a chronic illness that can be treated. Treatment does work.
And in your daughter's case, for example, what a big difference in her life. Being 15 years old, she could be in some type of juvenile institution right now, but she's getting help with the hope that she can get back out and own her life.
Absolutely. And part of that is that she has a parent that's an advocate. So I know how to talk to the system. I know how to work the system. I know what needs to be said to get her in. So I think that's part of our message, is that we want treatment available for all folks, whether you're familiar with recovery or whether you're not. We want to make it simple and available to everyone that needs it.
And everyone meaning socioeconomic as well. Because
Absolutely.
As you pointed out with your daughter, she's 15, affluent neighborhood. Many people will say, well, yes, that's the focus for Morristown, but what about if it's, a lower income area, say, part of Harlem? I don't know. That will that 15-year-old of color get that same help?
Right, and I'm thinking not. So that's also why I'm here speaking out, because we're all human lives. This is an illness that deserves to be treated as an illness, and we need treatment for it for everyone.
No, it's a very interesting program, and thank you so much for sharing your story and that of your daughter. I know you're a loving mother, and we're just rooting for both of you.
Thank you.
Coming up, a new report finds potential black jurors are being excluded 3 times more than non-blacks in at least one part of the South, a procedure that allows attorneys to dismiss prospective jurors without explanation. The larger impact that this has on the judicial system, and in many cases, whether a defendant is acquitted or sent behind bars. Also ahead, is it time for women to have their own libido-enhancing drug? We're waiting right now, in fact, for the FDA to announce whether the so-called female Viagra will be approved. We'll look at what many are saying has been a disparity, like a focus on male libido, and women have kind of been left hanging.